The official Mob Entertainment Deluxe Doey the Doughman plush has finally arrived. Yes, I know everybody been reviewing it on their channels, and yet I never upload my video. It's because he literally just arrived less than 30 minutes ago at the time of filming and recording this, and I'm hoping to get this out on Tuesday, not Wednesday, but if you've seen this on Wednesday, it's because it took a little bit too long to render. The video is, of course, in 4K, but we finally have Doey the Doughman, and he looks great. I am so happy I could finally get Doey in, because I really wanted to give my thoughts on it, of course, because there's lots of cool things that I want to go and show. So without further ado, let's just go hop into the video and release him from this plastic prison, because, you know, he needs to breathe, even though he's living Play-Doh. We don't mind that, you know, he just Play-Doh. What do you think? But if it actually would let me free him, that would be really swell. Okay, when that's like, just do this instead. That works too. Just that works. Ooh, he's so soft. He's like really soft. But let's just go release him. This is Doey, of course, and damn, he's like really smooth. But it's also a really cool part that I also want to talk about later on. His hat. I just love it. We will talk about the hat in a bit. Let's just remove all the plastic and let's just go and look at Doey. But you know what we always usually do before we go and review Doey himself? We usually go and always look at the tag. You know, this is the Playtime code tag, the same as the other ones, you know. Simple, cool. But when you turn it around, there is something new. It says, of course, Doey the Doughman one size plush. It doesn't say deluxe or anything like that. But right next to the Mob Entertainment logo, you can see a brand new Huggy Wuggy, like, not really sticker, it's on there. But it says official Playtime. So officially Playtime, so I'm guessing that just means that, of course, it is official Playtime plush, which is something that's really cool. I don't think they really did that with the other plushies, so I really do like how they did that. And of course, this is Doey. We just go move the camera a little bit up since he is a lot bigger than any of the other plushies in height-wise usually. But you guys can see he has his little stubs. Sadly, Doey cannot stand on his own because, of course, the way he's built. No offense, Doey, but like he has tiny little nubs here, so of course he won't be able to stand unless you have him against something. Then he's easily able to go and stand. But really, Doey, the whole entire body is really just printing. It is using embroidery for the eyes, but it's really basically it. Everything's printing, including the dark spot in his mouth, which we will go and talk about in a bit. He also has his butt tag. He has his Playtime, you know, puppy Playtime, built by Culturefly, and just other different instructions like that. But as you guys can see in the bottom, it starts off, of course, with the red going in, and of course you have the yellow, then you got, of course, the orange, and also, yes, he has bones, and it does sound like you're breaking parts of his body. Like, just hear this. Yeah, I'm not breaking his body. That's just the bones they actually add in the plushie so you can, you know, pose it like an action figure, like one of those action figure plushies, the ones that Yarnaby had in, you know, his legs. But one thing also unique about Doey is that you even see me doing it a lot. He's like a squishmallow, where they use memory foam instead of regular fluffing. So you guys can see he has that. It keeps the shape for a second, then it goes and like brings it back to like his other form. It's very soft and it's like kind of like a, I don't know, stress toy. It's very smooth. I definitely do like it. I also would have not preferred to use embroidery for like, you know, the dough parts, because it does make sense why they use printing for it. I have no entire idea how embroidery would have worked for this. Like, it looks good here, the hands. Everything looks really good. But of course, when you go up here, you guys can see that the blue is also printed on, which kind of sucks, because it would have been cool if they had blue fabric and then printed on the hands. But you guys can see right here the little white shining through, meaning that, of course, they use white fabric that they printed on blue, then they printed on the other logo, most likely to make these images pop out a lot more. They probably wouldn't have popped out if it was just blue fabric, but sadly you do get to see little white parts in like the corners of the plushies, which, you know, kind of sucks, but it's still pretty good. You can't really move anything within his body. You can squish him like this, but he just goes back to his regular size no matter what. That's why in shipping he can't really get damaged, which is a really great thing. But of course, he has some bones here that allows him to move his hand in any position, which is really cool. You guys can see he could even move like his wrist a little bit. You can actually feel the bones in there. It's a lot more thicker than like thin metal, and it does make that crack noise too. But it's really cool you're able to go and pose him into any really cool position. Same thing with the other hand. You could do the exact same thing. And if you thought that was just the hands, I could go and do that. He can also do that with his neck, which is also really cool. You can see he could twist his neck into any way too. We could break his neck too. You can even, I'm pretty sure, twist it. Like, unless you can't do that. I'm pretty sure you can't do that. You can only do like a little bit, but not too much. But let's just go and actually talk about his head, of course. Look at it. He uses embroidery for the eyes, making it look a lot more like the banner or like the opening for chapter 4, which looks really cool. I really do love that. And of course, it's the only part of embroidery in the entire plushie, and I really do like the way it looks. I like how it's a lot more shimmery and like shiny. Of course, this is like the different version from the original prototype we did see right here when they first announced the plushie. And the mouth is, of course, a lot more darker, and it has a lot more of that gaping hole type smile. It seems like they put cardboard or something here to keep its shape, because you could like feel the hard difference between the soft plushies down here versus, of course, the head up here. Like, it seems like it's some type of either foam. It could be a mattress type foam, because like, it is squeezable, as you guys can see here. It's just very hard. It doesn't seem like it could break either. It doesn't feel like cardboard. It feels very soft. Like his whole entire head is made out of this. So I don't know if this video could get like if this video could get 10,000 likes, I will get a short film, you know, or I guess a YouTube short of me buying another Doey just to go rip open to see if it is like a Pac-Man looking foam head in here, because I am very interested. So, you know, go subscribe for that, and of course subscribe for other type of Puppy Playtime merch reviews. Go like, that'll be interesting, because it feels like it's just a whole piece of memory foam attached to this like metal pipe that's keeping his head. So that's like really cool. But let's just go and actually talk about the main feature I've been putting off for a while, because I really, really like it. It's his hat. He has a magnetic hat that you could put on Doey. Look at that. And it's also really strong. Like, let's say, you know, it's not that strong, but it is still really strong, where you're able to like keep it on his head. That's like the part for his magnet. And you can just have him like dangle a little bit. He can rock. And then it'll stay on unless you do a little bit more crazy. Then you can see it wiggling, and then, you know, it just falls off. And now it just fully fell off. But this is the hat here, of course. It got dust on it. Dang it. It's like memory foam. They're originally going to be making it as like a fabric type thing, which I heard lots of people did like and preferred. But I like this version because it looks a lot more like the game, you know, the hard plastic versus the Play-Doh. And it has a little magnet in the bottom that you might have to glue back if it gets damaged or anything like that. One thing that's also really cool about it is that this is not like hard plastic. It's actually squishy. It's like one of those stress toy type things, but I wouldn't advise doing it too much because it would cause wrinkles all over the whole entire hat, and I'm pretty sure nobody wants wrinkles on the Doey hat. But you could go and squeeze it. You guys can see the wrinkles starting to form a little bit when you squeeze. So the more you squeeze, of course, the more wrinkles you're gonna get. But it is very shiny, very metallic, and of course just molded one-to-one with the game. And of course, I'm pretty sure his magnet's around this part of the head. So you guys can see, you can actually keep it on like this side, even sideways. Then you could keep it here in the middle or here, because it seems like they have 3 different type of magnets. So that's really cool. It's not just like one big magnet. You have one magnet on the left, one magnet in the middle, and one magnet on the right. So you get to have any different type of positions, which is really cool. I really do like the idea of that. But that's really going to be it for the video, since there's not that much to really talk about. That's pretty much it for Doey the Doughman. You guys can let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about the Doey the Doughman plush? Because I know you guys most likely have yours in already. So, you know, if you haven't, you have something to look forward to. But if you do have it in already, you can let me know in the comments below if there's any type of difference. And yeah, I do think it's me it for this video. Don't forget to go and subscribe. Stay tuned for other type of reviews coming up. Of course, like, you know, lots of cool reviews I have planned coming up. But also, don't forget to watch this video here for other type of news. And of course, this video here for other type of, you know, Yarnaby reviews. Because Yarnaby is the cutest little goober, and we all love our boy Yarnaby.